Okay, Speed Gaming 3, hello and welcome to the last day of the regular season for Super Metroid Randomizer League Season 3. Today we have the final 14th game for both teams, Hylian, SpaceJump Frogs, and Noobs BR. I am joined today by Dit Mook. Mook, how are you?
I am good as soon as I remember how to, function as a human being right here. I got stuff all over the place that I don't need.
I feel you. So, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, just to give you a quick heads up about what's going on here. This is area and boss randomizer, which means there will be many portals that lead to different locations around the map. In an attempt to try to keep track of what's going on, I will not be able to view chat. Instead, I'm going to track the portals as best I can, and then Mook will have the chat open. So, my apologies if anyone asks me anything here.
Kip, I know you've converted over to using, the demon that is Moonfall, but it's kind of disappointing to see how many Moonfalls are in. We're just done.
A lot of people using Moonfall these days. Yep. I've been on the train for a few years, but it's just one of those things. We have way more people using it than not these days. Looks like we got bombs, vanilla bombs right off the bat. That's always a great item to find early. It will mean that our bomb Torizo will be active when they get there, but it means that they will never be without an explosive and can already have an exit for several rooms, like Screw Attack, for example. No matter what else they find, they'll be able to pick up an item there. So that's a great item to find.
And it means we should see BT also, which is always exciting.
Indeed it is. So let me explain something real quick. Part of the reason I wanted to do comms on this match in particular was because I have not really a vested interest. I actually don't care who ends up winning or losing, but who ends up winning or losing will determine my team's first round matchup in the playoffs. And if the Hylian SpaceJump Frogs takes this down, then my team, Funky Town, will be facing Good Boys, which I actually think Good Boys is one of the best teams, regardless of record. That features Sloaters, Sephi, and Cutie in the first round. So on the one hand, if Hylian SpaceJump Frogs wins, that's going to be a super hype first round match. On the other hand, if Noobs BR wins, then that will be a different matchup, potentially with less speedrunners. So we'll see what happens. Okay, neither person on Noobs BR checking the portal over there to the left, unless I missed something. I'm pretty sure nobody did. They both have 4 power bombs left. So we do not currently have a portal to track.
That's good, because I don't even really fully understand that. I just make it up as I go here.
That's okay, don't worry. To be honest, I really like area. The only issue with it is that there are so many portals and there's no way to track them on screen right now, so the experience of watching one by a viewer can be a little bit confusing. So we're going to do our best to check these, but you're going to notice a lot of people go in different directions. Looks like Tracy M is also not going to check their portal. There's a portal at the far left here through these big hoppers where Ace Zero is. That's the first portal you can technically enter if you have power bombs. He is going to check it, so I'm going to mark it on the little thing when he's done. He wants to make sure that he does not get hit by any of these hoppers. Oh, that's not good. Okay, and here's our first portal, ladies and gentlemen. This portal is going to lead to the back of Lower North area. It looks like, I don't know how to pronounce this name, but somebody, oh man, I'm sorry, Mook, I don't know how to pronounce this name, but he just, or she, I'm sorry, I need to check the sheet. Just also checked one, and it looked like it was Meridia. I'm not sure which one, though.
I looked away, and of course, I missed it as well.
We'll just have to rely on chat. I'm going to do my best to track these. Hold on.
I will do my best to follow the chat. Super BT, always fun. And yes, it was Meridia that it led to.
I think it was the West Meridia Aqueduct door. I'm going to mark that for now. I think that's what I saw on the screen.
I mean, if it's wrong, I mean, they could fire us, but...
Yeah, it's okay. Nobody knows what's going on anyway.
Yeah.
SOPA. Okay, thank you. That's helpful. I also didn't see what the left door was. They got SpaceJump though. That's nice. Man, I'm having a really hard... And Speed Boost already. I'm having a hard time, like, keeping track of everything right now.
Yeah. Especially early when there's kind of all this checking going at the same time. It's like... Then it gets twice as confusing when people are in different areas at different times. And
okay, Asvel's gonna check this one at least for me. Let's see what we got. Tube? Is that Tube?
it looked like Tube.
Which they should be able to break that and immediately get into Red Brinstar, which will give access to Spazer and some other miners. So that's not too bad. They also have SpaceJump, so they could check X-ray. Shopa. I'm going to go with Shopa, and I apologize if that's incorrect. And then Asvel, Ace Zero, and Tracy. I'm going to have a hard time this entire commentary. This is probably going to be the hardest thing I've ever tried to comm, but we're just going to stick with it and do the best we can do.
Yeah, the multi-world solo was pretty tough for me, so... But this is just as bad. It's not even linear.
Okay, Tracy's checking the one that I was correct. That is West Meridia Aqueduct, which West Meridia, I think, only connects to one major item, if I recall correctly, and does not lead to one of the bosses. So there we go. Okay, Shopa just found the top of Norfair, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if that was the moat one or the bottom one at Criteria. Good God. But at least they got it in. The problem here, though, is that he can really only check one major comfortably because Ice Beam, I think logic for Ice Beam check is 2 tanks, which he does not have. Asvel gonna check Criteria, or excuse me, Gauntlet. And it is an E-tank. That technically could be the logical tank in addition to if there's a tank here at High Jump Boots to check Ice Beam. All right, so it looks like the moat. Oh, there's Charge Beam already. Okay, that's nice to have early. You can kind of start game planning your minor item pickups around that. But all right, I'm gonna mark the moat, and then it looks like the tube. Oh crap, I didn't see what Ace just checked. That is Tracy did Upper Norfair from. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Did anybody see what Tracy just checked at the bottom right there? What was the bottom right one? I can't see chat right now, Mook. Tell me if they say something.
Ace just picked up Spazer at Spazer. And...
Oh, Shopa, you've got Charge Beam. Kill Croc. Oh no. And you have SpaceJump, which means you can get to both items. Feels bad, man. Main Street, okay. Shopa just must have gone maybe at the bottom of moat.
Yeah,
and then
bottom of moat. Yeah.
found the top of that's Everest. Which you can actually go down there and then get down to the bottom, but I don't think you need to because they already know where the other locations are. So looks like, how did Ace find wrecked ship already? I need to mark that. I don't know what door he went into. Luke, I'm gonna let you take over for like 30 seconds. I need to check something.
Above X-ray ocean. All right, so we're gonna see Fantoon here soon, so that's exciting. So we'll get to see. Well, actually, not actually Fantoon, but what is at Fantoon, because it might not be Fantoon. So hopefully it's not Ridley, unless you want it to be Ridley. All right, so we have G4 is the exit from Lower Norfair, or top left side exit from Meridia. Sorry. We got a croc, which is looking weird. Next ship is Dragon. Not
Wait,
necessarily.
Did Shopa die or something?
Not that I saw.
Oh, he came in the back way. Y'all got charged. Use the okay.
There we go. All right.
All right. What was the boss at Wreck Ship? I assume it was something they couldn't kill or crate.
Dragon.
It was Dragon. Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, Dragon with one E-tank and
Tracy found the crate location. Where did she find that? Also, how did Shopa die? Or did he just reset?
So Kraid, we think, is the top of Red Tower.
Good God, there's 4 people. I'm trying to track the the locations. I have no idea what's going on. This is like I just want to apologize. I feel terrible about this.
Vanilla Kraid.
All right, so that's good. Tracy will not only be able to kill Kraid here, but will also be able to get the item that is at the Kraid, like warehouse location or whatever, the Kraid E-tank. And it looks like Ace is going to be checking X-ray, but only finding an energy tank.
And Croc having the gravity suit, that's pretty big. We got the prom DLC for Kraid. Always fun.
Oh, there's plasma. That's good to find, especially with charge beam being so readily available. I'm sorry, but I think the only thing I'm currently missing is what connects to Kraid's lair. Somebody probably said it in the chat, but I'm just...
Red Tower, I heard, I think.
One of the Red Tower doors?
Yeah.
Which one?
Top of Red Bryn elevator to Kraid.
All right, got it.
Excuse me. Yeah, this is harder than some of like calculus I've done, which I'm bad at too. So we're in trouble. Ooh, nice croc. Gravity and ice.
Oh, gravity was at Croc?
Gravity at Croc, ice
Man,
at Grapple.
I just, Shopa was there earlier and had all items needed to kill Croc. He had charge beam, he had space jump. Even though he had 99 energy, he could have easily killed Croc and then checked both items without issue. And if he had done that, he probably wouldn't have died. So I'm really confused as to what maybe he just didn't realize, like maybe he thought he didn't have enough ammo and forgot he had charge or something.
It's
I'm
possible.
a little confused. Ace, I like Ace's play here, getting a few extra miners. He and Tracy don't yet know where charge beam is, but I like the play. Also getting some supers. Supers are still valuable, although the minor items will become less valuable as you get charge and plasma. But I don't mind the play at all.
Commentating this is like knowing everything and nothing at the same time.
Oh, Shopa died to Croc? Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, I'm sorry about that.
Croc's revenge.
So I'm confused about, I think I didn't end up seeing, did anybody see, oh, I like this, Asvel's going to check Mama Turtle. Did anybody see the top right red tower door, not the elevator, but the other one that normally leads to Meridia? Where does that port to? G4, thank you. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I've been working on trying to teach Sam how to talk, and she's doing great, but she's here to try to get me to take her outside. So hold on. She's a very advanced pup.
Yeah.
I'm still confused about this whole Croc situation. Do people not realize they can use charge beam on Croc or something? Like every charge beam, regardless of what beam you have, does like 2 steps. Like I'm incredibly confused about, like, I guess people just don't know. Wow, that's really bad. That is a really, 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 really punishing piece of information to not know. I mean, like, that's 2 deaths to Croc, literally with the ability to kill him without using a single piece of ammo. I feel really bad for Shopa right now. I know for sure his teammate used charge, so I'm surprised that that wouldn't be relayed over, but yeah. The only beam combination that does any more quote-unquote like damage, I guess it's not damage, but pushes Croc back is plasma, but everything else, pretty sure it's just a static 2 steps for each charge shot, regardless of beam. In the meantime, Ace has done a really good job of clearing out the crate area and now has his plasma beam. Does not have charge yet. Not sure what's going on with that, and I don't think they have seen any more locations yet. Shopa still not using any charge beams.
Croc just eating ammo.
Yeah, this is an absolute nightmare. Like, yeah, this is just really difficult.
All right, I gotta step away. I know this isn't ideal with this kind of race, but
Oh, it's okay. That's all right.
Micro's got a milk emergency, so Yeah.
Have at it. I will do. You know what? I can't be any more confused than I already am anyway. So it's all good.
All right. Well, we'll just keep rolling with that.
That's right. Well, I think this is croc attempt number 4. And in the meantime, looks like Asvel's checking some things in the ocean. I don't think he has gone into wreck ship yet. So yeah, he hasn't. The door's green. So I think he's going to go check this boss. He actually should be able to kill Dragon. So might be a bit of a slow fight depending on how strong he feels about the shine sparks. But I mean, you know, if you're familiar with the low ice, okay, Shopa finally got to gravity suit. Nice job. If he's familiar with any of the low percent fights, he can ammo Dragon down. We'll see what he chooses to do. In the meantime, it looks like Ace is looking at the map, and Tracy, I don't know where Tracy's going. You know what? At this point, I'm just going to open it up. Anyone in chat, if you seem to think you have a good idea of what's happening, just type it in chat. We're all going to commentate this one because it is incredibly difficult for me to keep up with all this. Thank you, Polar Bear Bunny. All right, Tracy is checking the, well, actually, I don't know if you can get up there without high jump boots. Looks like Ace is doing some hell runs, which he only has 2 energy tanks, so in theory, I don't know. Unless I'm mistaken here. I'm pretty sure that it's not in logic to check this stuff with only 2? Literally only 2? Of course, he does have speed booster, so never mind, I might be wrong about that. Okay, good. There's an energy tank there for Ace. That's good. Oh, don't powerbomb the goo. Farm it. All right. Kids, let me teach y'all a little quick lesson in secret, okay? When you're fighting Dragon, if you have just gobs and gobs of ammo, it's fine to powerbomb and get the goo out of there. But if you powerbomb the goo, they will not drop anything. What you want to do is you want to shoot everything and get the drops, right? That's the low percent way. The only time you want to powerbomb it is if you're like on the last cycle and you're going to kill her or something like that. But otherwise, this is not a good situation for Asvel. Oh, this is not looking good. Run, get the energy. There you go. Oh boy.
All right, I'm back, and I'm just going to assume that everything makes a whole lot more sense now.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I tried.
Oh boy. Asvel getting picked up again. This is not...
I don't like this.
This is not looking good, and this fight is taking a really long time. Alright, looks like Tracy has found her way over to pink, but I don't know what portal she took. Alright. Oh boy. That is very unfortunate for Asvel there. But the good news is that he saved right beforehand. He can try again.
Meridian map went to Green Hill.
Okay. Green Hill. Okay, got it. Well, that should do it for all of the West Meridian connections. Ace found Varia. I don't know if he just found it, but it must have been either Wave Beam or I'm gonna assume it was Wave Beam. Oh, it's at North Air Reserve. Okay. I don't know. Okay, Asvel is leaving. Unfortunately, I mean, like right now, Dragon is in logic, unless I'm mistaken. I mean, he can kill Dragon with that gravity suit and space jump to get out. There could be a really important item behind Dragon. Of course, at this point, we've seen most of them. The only really important item left, I guess, is high jump boot. So I take that back. There's really hardly anything else left that's like actually critical. And even at this point, I don't even know if high jump boots is required anymore, with gravity and Varia and space jump being available.
Yeah, space jump does help kind of make high jump boots. Definitely more of a luxury item.
Yeah, it just makes it a lot easier to handle a lot of situations. Of course, you know, high jump boots is still going to be way better to have if they can find it.
You're not biased about that at all.
No, not overly biased. I like the item a lot, but it will make the run extremely faster and probably will impact lesser experienced players even more than experienced ones, because a lot of times, you know, even though I can make a lot more use out of it, it's like I usually still kind of like know ways around without it. And so sometimes high jump boots can actually be really, really beneficial if it's a lesser experienced player. So I guess Shopa is also heading to the back, where that'll lead to Upper Norfair? Maybe that's is that the Croc? I bet that's the Croc exit.
So lava door, right door. Lava dive, right door is our right, green brin, left door.
I don't have any idea what you just said.
I don't really understand what I said.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. Hold on. Lava dive, right door. Yeah, but lava dive on which side? The upper Norfair or lower Norfair one? Far right, green brin, left. Okay. Is it the lower Nor? Is it inside lower Norfair lava dive or upper Norfair lava dive?
Above the elevator.
Okay, the one in lower Nor. Okay, yeah. In upper Norfair? The lower Norfair elevator portal. Anyway, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Tell you what, let's just sit back and enjoy the show. Let's just watch these runners move around the map and find items and figure out what to kill. At this point, we know where Varia and Gravity are. They have Space Jump. They should be able to get through anything. They have Ice Beam and Speed Booster. They should not be locked out of literally any area of the entire game. I'm just going to not worry about portals. Let's just watch them collect things. Here we go. Let's go, baby. So it's the Upper Norfair Chronic Boost room connects to one of the green Brinstar doors. Okay, looks like Shopa is going to Waterway, but I don't know what was here. Because I know Tracy checked it earlier, but I don't remember it's a reserve. Oh, it's too bad. So I guess my only question at this point is what door, green Brinstar elevator, what does that connect to? Ace has both suits. Asvel has both suits. And now they literally have enough items to finish the game. They are not locked out of any location whatsoever. They have charge beam, etc. They can get through every part. So at this point, everybody should have all the information needed. Wave is vanilla. Okay. So
Wave is Eve.
Yeah, I don't think noobs have beaten a boss yet. Asvel tried to kill Dragon at Wreck Ship, but then died like right at the end. I think he was like very, very close to killing Dragon. Other than that, I don't think they've attempted any other boss. But at this point, if they're communicating, they should be able to tell each other like where the most important items are. And Shopa should hightail it immediately towards Varia, and then from there they should really just start boss rushing. Don't think we found East Meridia yet. Based on my tracker, let's see. Based on my tracker, East Meridia must either... It could be that East Meridia is a dead end. Not necessarily a dead end. I take that back. We can't have a dead end because Crocomire would be... Crocomire and Cray would be the only ones. But it could be that one of the exits in Lower Norfair leads to one of the exits in East Meridia. And it's also possible that the green Brinstar elevator leads to East Meridia. All right, Tracy's got her various suit.
Yep. 3 or 4 double suited. That's good.
All right, Shopa heading to Batwoon here. Good news is he literally cannot soft lock.
The hitbox being the hitbox.
Yeah, this is going to be a slow fight with all charge shots. I don't blame him, though. What I probably would have tried to do if I didn't know the super fight is hit him with like a few charge shots, and then as soon as he pokes his head out like that, like immediately popping with 2 or 3 supers, because you can get several of those in at a time.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily blame Shopa for doing this, though. This is a hard fight to learn.
So many variables.
Yeah, Botwoon isn't exactly friendly.
Definitely represents how in this game it's not necessarily difficult when you're playing as, you know, just vanilla run through casually, but when you're trying to do something fast, it becomes immensely more difficult in this game.
That it does. There's a huge difference between... Sometimes knowing the difference between like a strat and not is literally a minute or more. And in some cases, if it's a trick you have to try over and over again, it can be even worse than that if you keep failing. I've had that happen to me before. But looks like Asvel has found Kraid, so he will be killing Kraid. I don't understand the save here. He has Various Suit, Gravity Suit, and Charge Beam. He knows where Dragon is. It can only be Kraid. Well, I guess the save is for if it's Ridley and he feels like he might die, so I guess I can understand that. But technically speaking, they're in go mode, so they should be able to take on literally any boss. In the meantime, Ace is heading down to Lower Norfair. This can only be Fantoon or Ridley. I'm going to assume that it's Fantoon just because I've seen Fantoon show up in so many of these boss randomizers in Lower Norfair. In this case, though, it shouldn't really matter because there aren't any items in Wreck Ship that are required. So I guess it really could be Ridley, but coin flip 50-50. I'm just going to say it's Fantoon. Oh, wait a minute. It can't be Fantoon because Shopa just found Fantoon. I can't even read what's on the screen. Where did... I guess Shopa found this in Meridia, so this is a vanilla Ridley. And Ace gonna reap the benefits of those super pickups. Even if you have Plasma Beam, even with Plasma Wave, even full beam combo, oftentimes a 30 super Ridley fight will be a lot faster and just easier to do. So I certainly don't blame him for doing that here in this case. And Tracy about to have the easiest croc fight with a nice, lovely plasma shot. And as soon as she hits him one more time, he will just scoot on back and she will pick up her gravity and ice beam. It's really hard to tell who's ahead. I mean, I have to assume that the SpaceJump frogs are ahead. They both have their both of their suits, and on top of that, they have, I think, more bosses killed. It's kind of hard to say though.
It's just anything like this is tough just to kind of gauge because you almost have to just go off, well, how many bosses do they have to die? Because there's no way of, you know, even in a normal rando that's not like this, you can say, okay, well, they're here some way. I don't think that made sense because I'm sorry. It's just more difficult.
It made sense to me. I got you. Ace should be fine here, but he needs to be a little careful. Wait, I'm confused. Did Ace come in the normal way, or is he exiting the way that he came in? Because unless I'm mistaken, I feel like they probably need to go back to the the lower Norfair entry, or the lower Norfair like Ridley Head entry. Maybe he came in this way. He's leaving the same way he entered. I'm a little concerned that the other way is going to be the way to East Meridia. But at the same time, unless my tracker's wrong, it could be that the entry is also at the top of Green Tower. So I'm a little confused about this one, but I'll just let it play out. We'll see.
Yeah.
Asvel having a much easier time that time with Dragon. Shopa still doesn't have Varia. I guess that's where he's going to try to head. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, literally, the only item left that he needs is in Upper Norfair. I'm sure his teammate has told him that's literally go mode, and then he can kill every other boss. So I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what Shopa's up to. In the meantime, we got Tracy heading into Lower Norfair to go and fight Ridley. Okay, now at this point, Shopa is in Upper Norfair. Assuming that he and his teammate are communicating, he will know where to go first, and he will probably get some extra health here just to make sure it's comfy. And then he'll be in complete go mode and can start knocking down bosses. I think using grapple here is actually probably maybe the slowest way to farm there. I actually can't remember. It gets a little tricky with the energy ticking down. Does he have wave? He doesn't have wave because I guess he hasn't been here yet. I was going to say it could be easier to just, if he's that concerned, he could run down to the health refill a few doors away. But he probably doesn't want to do a gate glitch. Tracy going to take a save before Ridley just to be careful. I think that's a good play.
Always a good play in my opinion. He's a jerk sometimes.
Okay, let's see if my prediction was correct, just in terms of making sure I didn't mark anything wrong. I was saying earlier, I'm pretty sure that the top of this green tower should lead to East Meridia. I'm going to guess it leads to the elevator. No, it's going to be the other one. This should be Aqueduct. Boom, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ace is going to find Fantoon here. Oh, wait a minute. I should have known this already anyway, because I think Asvel already did this. But yeah, he's going to find Fantoon here. He's going to double back to Rex ship to kill Dragon, and then he'll be on his way to G4.
Just bingo bango out the door.
Yeah, it looks like Asvel's still picking up items too. I mean, I don't mind more minor items, but you got full beam combination and ice, which I assume most people are probably going to know the ice Zeb skip. So, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, it seems a little excessive, but it makes him comfortable.
Wait, did Asville? No. Shopa killed Fantoon. If Asville, okay, I was gonna say if Asville goes down and checks waterway, then it's got to be obvious that they're not communicating because I'm pretty sure that that is a reserve.
Yeah. Yeah, no, waterway was reserved. My brain works.
Tracy is doing a 30 Super Ridley fight over here. Shopa full cleared Bubble Mountain. Not a bad play. Get a refill on the tank, get Wave Beam, which will help out, and then also get a various suit. But yeah, at this point, there's not really anything else to look for. So, time to go. Looks like Ridley is dead here. Shopa, you have Wave Beam, my guy. I've done that before. I don't know if I've ever done it on that particular gate, but I've forgotten that I've had wave tons of times. That is a pretty common thing that can happen to any runner.
Yeah. You get going, you just forget the little things.
Tracy doing a good job in Lower Norfair here, about to head out. It's got plasma to keep it a little comfy, plus plenty of ammo, and even if she gets in a bind, she can just stop and shoot like this. Very helpful. We now have been visited by Sam. She wants to come and see the result of this race. She put her paw on me to say hello back, Polar Bear Bunny. So she says hello, chat. All right, so we got, I don't remember. I'm going to have to look at my my map. But Shopa making his way inside of Wrecked Ship to kill Dragon. I guess he could check items because he actually is the first person in here, I believe, that killed Fantoon early. Asville getting the big benefit of having Plasma Charge and X-Ray upon entering Bot Twins, having a very quick Bot Twin fight. I guess High Jump Boot could be in here, but I don't see any reason to check. Tracy having a little bit of difficulty with these key hunters, but should be fine. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty confident that the fastest route to East Meridia from here would be to go left here for Tracy and to do the acid bath. However, I don't think she quite has enough energy. I mean, I think she does technically to do it, but it's really risky. So not something I would recommend.
Nice microwave there on Fantoon. Did not get the quick Dragon there. Wait for the second turret on the Dragon.
There's just something about electrocuting Dragon that just feels so good.
Brings me back to my childhood.
Me too. I remember when I finally figured that out. I was so proud.
Then you started speed running and it kind of went out the window.
Doesn't happen as frequently these days. But anyway, Asville only needs to go down to Lower Norfair. Shopa needs to do Lower Norfair and Kraid. Still hasn't made his way over to Kraid yet. Ace about to kill his final boss, Dragon. Won't be able to microwave, also won't be able to use grapple, but has speed booster and plenty of ammo, so this should be a pretty easy fight. So Kraid's lair is the top of Red Brinstar elevator. So that's where Shopa's going to need to go at some point. Looks like that's where he's headed now. And Ace is completely finished, ready for some G4 action. Getting an energy tank there to refill. And he should head straight there. I need to double check my map and remember where G4 is. I think it's in Red Tower, maybe?
That sounds right.
Yes, it is. All right, very good.
But you could probably just about tell me anything right now. But like, yeah, that sounds right.
So
that's where that goes.
Ace is significantly ahead of the other runners. Does Ace not have Ice Beam? Did Ace just not go to grapple? Shouldn't matter. It won't affect his Torian very much. I just didn't know if he turned it off or something. But either way, he's going to finish significantly ahead of the others. So this is going to come down to basically Tracy versus the other two in terms of how fast can they finish versus her for the average time. So at this point, it really is all about the speed, y'all. And Ace is actually coming up on Torian now, so he'll get started on his Torian, and it'll be good. Now, he can't do baby skip. Not a big deal. I mean, we're talking about, in the grand scheme of this race, it's unlikely for anything that Ace does other than die to be the difference. It could, but it's just that the way the averages work, more than likely, if he just has a relatively normal Torian, probably won't be the difference in the win or the loss. It's just hard for me to tell right now who is ahead. But based on the fact that Tracy doesn't have that much routing to do, because the most routing you have to do is into Lower Norfair, seems to me like I would say that SpaceJump Frogs is pretty clearly in the lead. Also, you know what the crazy part is Rando might be the most forgiving about power bombs because I don't think you even have to go back to the ship. I think you literally can just get on the elevator and that's it. I didn't think about that till just now.
Or the Metroids could just be nice and drop the 2 power bombs, but that's just not their style.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? If he gets this power bomb here, I'm gonna laugh so hard. No, so close. That would have been so epic. I will say this, I like the idea of area randomizer a lot. I think there's some things that could make it a little bit better. I'm not a big fan of the elevator refilling you. I think if you want to do that, I think it would just make more sense to just have G4 remain vanilla so that it's near the beginning and it gives you an actual choice strategically on the ship. I guess what I'm getting at is certain loadouts are punished or rewarded more by the fact that you get a free refill. Of course, you know that in advance, but I'm just saying I like the idea of the ship actually making a difference sometimes. But still, pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I would prefer it not, but if it's known ahead of time and everything, it's not that big of a deal.
The real question is here: who is ahead, Shope or Tracy? I think Tracy's ahead. So at this point, I just don't see how Noob's BR can really get back into this, unless just something really tragic happens. I think that sort of earlier mishaps with Croc that cost several minutes, I don't know if it's going to end up being the difference, but I think it ended up putting them in a pretty tough situation. And then I also believe that the entire team, Noob's BR, has spent a little too much time looking around for stuff after they already knew where all the items were in go mode. It's hard to say, though, if that would have made any kind of actual difference. Yeah, the death to Dragon was also another one that ate up just a ton of time. Oh, Ace doesn't have Ice Beam, and I guess doesn't want to do the speed Zeb skip, which is totally understandable. So killing Zeb's here, but this should not be a problem. He's got absolutely plenty of ammo. Gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed that no one has done the reverse slower Norfair thing. It would have been a lot of fun to see. The acid bath. Ace should have, I believe, a 24 shot. Oh, all right, he should still be fine. He's only got like literally one more catch up to dodge. I can't imagine. Okay, he's good.
Whew. Still made it closer.
And Shopa's got Ridley down. Asvel, in the meantime, trying to head back to Red Tower to find G4. I actually don't know what the fastest way is. I'm not even looking at the tracker right now. Tracy, in the meantime, heading over to Rex Ship to get a battle with Dragon ready to go. So, yeah, this is it, y'all. All bosses down, except for Tracy's Dragon, which should be down in the next maybe minute and a half or so. Maybe 2 minutes. I guess she does have to wait on a cutscene before Dragon even comes out. But everybody's got a pretty comfy mother brain fight in terms of beams. Not sure why Asvel is going to the ship here. Maybe he's not aware that you know, I guess not everybody remembers or is aware that there is a refill when you get to the Torian elevator. And Mother Brain 3 is down for Ace. He's going to be heading to the surface. Tracy getting in position for a quick kill. Oh, unfortunately just barely missed. That's kind of a tough one to get, but she's got plenty of energy. She is not in danger of getting hurt by Dragon of any actual consequence. She will use this grapple beam to fry some shrimp. And, oh no, Dragon gave her a really like weird pattern, but she should be able to shoot down and get it here. There we go. There we go. We got it. Okay, noobs BR. Asvel over here getting close to G4 as Ace is going to be finishing up. And at this point, it's just going to come down to, I just can't imagine, unless something really tragic happens to Tracy, I just can't see how they can make up for the amount of time that it's going to take both of them to get to G4 or get to Torian and finish. It's probably, Tracy's going to have to finish like 7 or 8 minutes behind both of them. So, and there's just no way that's going to happen. So yeah, this is the only way I think that noobs can win this at this point is if just something really catastrophic happens to Tracy, which is unlikely, and obviously that's not what we're hoping for. The great news for Tracy is she actually has 15 power bombs, so when she gets the refill, even though she doesn't have ice, she will not have to go back to the elevator. She'll have plenty of power bombs for the entire rooms. GG to Ace with an official SRL time of 1:04:51. No, I take that back. I'm an idiot. It's 1:03:59. It was an improvement over the previous personal best of 1:04:51. But the official SRL time is 1:03:59. To make it simple for the math, we'll just call it 1:04 on the dot. So it'll be a little bit easier for us to tell who's going to win the race when everybody else gets to Torian. All right, Asvel cooking it through Torian here. Tracy is almost there, actually ahead of Shopa. So yeah, at this point, the fact that she's actually ahead of the second place person on their team is, even though it's possible he could catch up a little bit with the Ice Beam, they're still in a very commanding position. No, Ace has finished way too far ahead for this to, like at this point, if you were to try to combine what you think is going to be the average times, it's basically like their team is like at least 4 minutes ahead or something, which is a ton of time. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is, as long as Tracy doesn't die down here, she should secure the win for her team. Yeah, you know, the crazy thing is I'm pretty sure that Noobs would have won based on where everybody is right now. I'm pretty sure Noobs would have won without all the boss deaths. Shopa took, I think, 3 deaths to Croc, and Noobs took one death to Dragon, but that death was a really, really long and slow one. Without those, I'm pretty sure they probably would have won. But that's Rando for you, you know? Sometimes you find yourself in awkward situations with awkward loadouts. Tracy only needs to do one more room here with the power bombs, and she should be good to go. Shopa getting a little bit ahead because of that ice beam, but again, it won't matter because of the average time. Where was high jump? I didn't end up seeing it. Oh, wreck ship energy tank, gotcha. Oh, so they could have gotten that item fairly easily if they had the wreck ship turned on, especially if they entered from the back. But again, once you're in go mode, you don't really check many things. Those shots Asvel is currently doing on Mother Brain are not doing any damage. And actually, they're kind of lagging the room. I didn't realize that would happen. The first damage you can do is when she turns completely gray. I'm not sure if he's just like memeing around or if he just didn't know that. But I actually didn't realize it lagged the room that bad. That's interesting. All right, getting back into position to finish up this stand-up glitch. Again, Tracy does not have the ice beam. I guess both of them didn't end up checking the grapple location, which is understandable. They didn't end up needing it, especially with having speed booster and gravity so early. But anyway, she's good to go here. Just going to get this Mother Brain 1 out of the way. Asvel done with Mother Brain 3 is going to do his escape, and then Shopa getting ready for the Rainbow Beam here. Not sure what's up with Shopa's stream. I assume Mother Brain just rainbowed him and he's just chilling, waiting for the cutscene to finish. In the meantime, Tracy just gonna do a comfy 24 shots over here and be ready to go. And as mentioned, this win by the Hylian SpaceJump Frogs is going to push Good Boys into the 11th spot, and my team is in the 6th spot. So something that I warned about weeks and weeks ago that could happen, and also I think in my races yesterday, Good Boys I think ended up going 8 and 6, but has a very, very strong team for the playoffs. I'd like to think my team could potentially be relatively strong too, but we're going to have to face each other in the first round. So right off the bat, two of what at the beginning of the season would have been considered the top teams in their division are going to have to play in the opening round. And some of the other teams that got lower seeding and easier games throughout will not. So this is going to be a very interesting playoff. And GG to Asvel, who finishes with an official SRL time of 1:20. Oh, I take that back. 1:11:36, beating the previous personal best of 1:25:55. That is an almost 15-minute PB. That's awesome. Congratulations, Asvel. Nice job. I don't know where Shopa is. I assume somewhat nearby. Still don't have Shopa done in the SRL. Maybe either Shopa's about to finish or Shopa disconnected from the internet or something, because oh, Shopa's not even in the race channel anymore. I don't know what happened there. I guess that has to be a forfeit?
The internet went crazy. Somebody kicked the Super Nintendo?
Well, that shouldn't have disconnected him from the ability to type something in the chat, but yeah, I have had that happen before. Tracy has, well, I need to wait for the stream, sorry. Look, it's a spoiler, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if you thought Tracy wasn't going to finish at this point, I mean, come on. Get with the program. But if my memory serves, I think this is going to move Tracy, A0, and Cross Products, Hylian SpaceJump Frogs to a cool 8 and 6 and a 10 seed in the playoffs. Congratulations. Tracy finishes in 3rd place in the race with a 1:14.50. Probably would have been 4th though had Shopa not disconnected. But GG, and congratulations to them for finishing the regular season with a winning record. And we are joined by Tracy and Ace. Guys, congratulations on the win. Tell us about how you feel about the seed.
I was really nervous when we sequence broke into Red Tower. And then when I twice couldn't get the quick jump out of the tube, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's another entrance I can go to out of logic.
Yeah, that was
and got
funny.
bailed out hard.
Yeah, I think I was more nervous when I went left from Morph Pedestal and I found the Three Musketeers, and I was like, because I knew I was going to play it safe on the way in there, and I was like, hey, I can check. I got the power bombs to get back. And I remembered the way that the door transition works, that it like sets you up differently than you're used to, and I was like, I'm going to die on my way back and have to start the seed over, aren't I?
Yeah, that would have been unfortunate, but it was a good race. Shopa disconnected, but would have finished just maybe like a minute ahead of Tracy, so y'all would have won by a good solid, I don't know, what's the average here? Like
Maybe 7, yeah, because he finished.
3.5, 4 minutes, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I lost time because twice I forgot, I wasn't listening close enough, so like, when I went down to Lower Norfair, I somehow had it in my head that it was over near the Green Pirate Room, and it was at Blue Bryn. And then I'm not sure what happened at the end there, because I knew darn well that I need to go up Red Tower, and I just started going down Red Tower for some reason. Like maybe it was just muscle memory, because at the beginning of a normal siege, you're just gonna go, you're gonna go right, and typically if you're not, thinking wreck ship, you're going down. I have no idea. But yeah.
So tell us how you felt about the area, Rando, in general. It's been an interesting thing. It's kind of crazy to track everything and try to do it co-op. But tell us about what the experience was like this week for you guys.
I wasn't supposed to play, but cross product had limited availability, so I had to fill in for the second run, and so had to quickly figure out what I was doing. And none of us track, so we're all relying on our memories to do this. Oh wow, I have a 0 pause menu. That's crazy. I've never had that before. I guess no screw attack to turn off in the.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. No gravity jumps or anything like that.
Yeah. So it was a learning experience. I really I think this is harder than Route Rando, having now done both.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a lot more fun. It's so much more dynamic than Route Rando, I think, especially for the co-op. Like Route Rando is cool, but it kind of feels like it gives you what you need and you know what trick you got to do with it. And this, like, you have to figure out where everything is. And I think this was probably my favorite week, honestly, of the league. I really enjoyed this one. I had only done a couple area randos before, and I had a lot of fun, like, getting a lot better at them. And as a co-op setting, I think it worked fantastically.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, the co-op's been so much fun, to be honest. Like, I think to me that's the highlight of the league. And the thing I'm really glad we got to do a lot of that, because I mean, playing by yourself is fine, but I know I personally don't tend to enter tournaments because I just don't like the aspect of just being by myself and not having chat, not having that interaction. But here, when you do the co-ops, you have the interaction with your partner, and that makes a huge difference.
That's true. Well, this win pulls you guys to 8-6, putting you in, I believe, the 10th seed and pushing Good Boys down to 11. So y'all winning this match just made Good Boys face us in the first round. So thanks for that.
Apologies.
Which my prediction before the season even started is coming to fruition here on the first round matchups. But y'all are going to have to face Cat Jammers, another extremely good team that has an 11-3 record. So tell us a little bit about that. You guys looking forward to a fun matchup, and tell us about the playoff structure, Tracy.
Yeah. So first of all, 4 wins this season for me. That's 1 more than I had all the first 2 seasons combined. So yay. The Cat Jammers, they're a really good team. Saffron and Mr. Guy Average in particular are really good players. It's not going to be. I mean, I think that's one we can win, but it's gonna be a battle. I feel like Cross Product is, he's by far in a way the best, I think, on our group. Ace is better than I am, and then there's me. So I think we can take it, but we got to play the game. It's not like it's certainly not going to be easy, and those guys are a very tough team. Saffron does a lot of ROM hacks. I think MGA does too. So they've got a lot of experience in some of the more esoteric stuff. So winnable, but losable. So
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good teams, and it's just you're going to have a tough opponent no matter who you're playing in each round. Ace, tell us a little bit about your experience in the league this year. I personally really enjoyed the team structure. How did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it a lot. Actually, I wasn't sure when I first heard about the league. I kind of missed the first season entirely. Didn't know what even was a thing, and only found out about the league during the second season. And didn't really consider joining until I don't know. I saw a ping or somewhere on Discord and thought it sounds interesting, but I don't know that I'm want to do that much. SM only randomizer, because I tend to do SMZ3s and Link to the Past more on that side, but. I looked at some of the modes and the team setting structure, and I really thought that sounded interesting. Tracy reached out and asked to be on the team. I was like, sure, I'd love to, being on a team of people that I enjoy playing with, and it sounds awesome. And I really like the way it's worked out. I've definitely had to learn a lot for all these different modes, because there's so much that I've just never done before. That I've played the game, I've played randomizers of the game, but not area or random area start. That was totally new to me. Route Rando was totally new to me, of course, as it was for most people, I think.
Yeah, that was kind of one of my favorite things about the league this year, is just kind of being forced to try new things and do stuff on the fly. And I really like the co-op stuff. Unfortunately, well, I don't know if it's unfortunately, it just kind of is what it is, but there's no more team factors going into the playoffs. Everything is going to be one-on-one. And everybody's going to be kind of doing a different thing. And there's a really cool draft sequence for games 3, 4, and 5 that could potentially happen as well. So I think we're going to see a lot of really fun matchups in the playoffs. And unless I'm mistaken, Tracy, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe the last team that could have made the playoffs has 2 races tonight, but I think they are choosing to not make the playoff.
Yeah, that is correct.
What happens, and so I don't think we're going to have a play-in race. Is that right?
No play-in race in terms of getting in. So the tiebreakers are going to go as follows. We already had head-to-head and forfeits. We're going to use standing. So a second-place team is going to be ranked ahead of a third-place team if they've got everything else the same. But there's still a couple of tie breaks that doesn't cover. In particular, the 2, 3, and 4 teams. So we haven't decided what we're going to do with those yet. And actually, we're working with those particular teams to make that decision. We're either going to randomly seed them, or we're going to have them play a race to choose the seeding. And, basically, we're going to make that decision with those teams, because pretty much any other, I'm not a fan of doing strength of schedule, and in the divisions we made up, how do you even, the divisions we made up were so strange in the way it came to be, that I don't think that's right. Plus there are other things we could have used that if we use them now, but people didn't know ahead of time. In the past, we've used average time and stuff, but if people didn't know that ahead of time, then that's not fair either. So we figured the simplest thing to do was just to get those teams together and just say, hey, we've got these 2 options. I'd love to just see them race, but I also know that we're taking a week off, so people might want the week to just not play. So if they all want to play, then we're gonna have, there's those teams, and I believe the other set is Team 3 in Dog Ate My Morph Ball. Couldn't get tie-breaked by anything we did, so I haven't reached out to those teams yet, but I will now that the standings are otherwise set. Because if you look at the standings, the tiebreaker right now is alphabetical order, and I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's going to be, we're going to figure that out this week, and playoffs will officially start on Monday. Once the actual standings get locked in, we'll figure out. I see Azure in chat saying Johnny B. Croak and Ora the Elephant, but Ora the Elephant finished 4th, and Johnny P. Croak finished, I want to say, 2nd. So
yeah, and honestly, it's kind of hard, like you said earlier. It's hard to even count where people finished exactly, or where they ranked with strength of schedule, because everything was just so out of whack with different teams. I think we had one team that was preseason ranked last in their division, and they won 11 or 10 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's impossible to gauge on stuff like that.
Yeah, there were so many teams that we knew nothing about, and just some teams that we thought would do well didn't, and some things we thought we wouldn't do well do well did.
And what's really funny too, something I haven't heard anybody talk about is I obviously I like keeping up with who my potential opponents can be. Unless I'm mistaken, we're going to have to play Good Boys. Good Boys went 8-6, but they only lost 2 races the entire season that were 1-on-1. And that was actually to my team. I think I beat Slutters and Zos beat Seffi in week 2. But they won every other 1-on-1, and the ones that they lost were co-op. Co-op's not in the playoffs.
No,
so,
and I'd love to put co-op in the playoffs, but scheduling co-ops, as we've all figured out, the 4-body problem as opposed to the 2-body problem, essentially. So
right.
Yeah.
But either way, we'll have 16 teams, and we'll have a fun playoff.
They had a couple of unfortunate mishaps in the multi, and then they had the misfortune of playing Cat Jammers in Route Rando, and I feel like they win that matchup literally in any other race format. But Cat Jammers is just really good at Route Rando, and Saffron in particular really knows Route Rando. So that was really unfortunate that worked out that way. But they're in the playoffs, so and so at one point the idea that team wasn't going to be in the playoffs was like, wow. But they pulled it out, so.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to be fun. So we got a lot of great matchups in the first round. But Ace, Tracy, anything else you want to add? I will say that Mook was here for most of the run doing commentary, but I think he dipped out right there at the end to handle some family business. So, but anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here?
I'll let Ace go first.
Not really. Just GG's again to our opponents. I'm glad it was at least a pretty close race. It looked like, hopefully the whole way through. And thanks for the commentary for you guys and tracking. Really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun to race. Hopefully fun to commentate, track, and watch and everything too.
It was fun to watch. I will warn y'all probably will not enjoy watching the replay of it because it's so hard to keep track of what all's happening with 4 people.
Really is.
And I was trying to track on the thing. So anyway, I probably didn't do a great job of explaining what was happening, but I was as confused as anyone. But I did the best I could.
Well, just so you didn't notice me not using Frog Speedway.
You know what? I didn't. So there you go.
Yeah, that was the, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do Speedless Speedway. And Ace is like, you have Speed Booster. I'm like, oh yeah. I was already halfway through Cathedral. So mistakes happen. But yeah, a lot of people I want to thank. So first of all, Kip, I was thrilled to see that you had signed up to do our commentary. You were one of my favorites. And, you were one of the first people early on when I joined the community that I was watching early on. So, and even before I joined the community, when I was just watching the old YouTube videos of the first tournament, you were one of my favorite commentators back then. So the fact that you're commentating my race is always wonderful. I don't care if you think you did a good job or not. I'm sure you did. I'll
try to sign up on a more traditional one for you sometime, just so you don't feel robbed, because this one was really bad. But I appreciate the kind words.
And of course, Ditmook also for doing comms, Metroid MST for doing the tracking. Shouting out my other fellow admins, D-Dreg, Android Dreams, and Shalashaska. I pick up a lot of the work because right now, due to certain real life things that are happening to everybody, I'm not working right now, so I have a lot more time than usual. But when I need them to do stuff, they're always there. I want to shout out Sinak again for doing the use it for his Saha bot and making rolling seeds like the easiest it ever could be, and not having to constantly download seeds from the webpage. So that was really, really nice. So huge shout outs to Sinak. And anybody, I'm probably forgetting people, but everybody else behind the scenes has helped everyone that's commentated, everybody that's tracked. SG for hosting us. Got in almost, wanted to get the regular season done before the Link to the Past tournament started. That started today, so we overlapped just a little bit. But shout outs to them for all the work they do. And I actually want to also shout out Adirondack Rick. I've shouted him out before, but I can't shout him out enough. He's the one that does all the scheduling for speed gaming, and whenever I need something, he's willing to work with us to get us a channel if we feel like a certain race should be on. Most of our races were restreamed this year, and if we just use our regular channel and like we have in the past, that would not have happened. So definitely shout outs to Speed Gaming for that. And looking forward to figuring out all the playoff matchups and having the playoffs go, because it's going to be fun.
Sure is. And Rick's always working overtime trying to get everything on the schedule. And big shout outs to everybody from Speed Gaming, and also Shy Guy, who I believe was tracking for us tonight. So we appreciate that. But guys, congratulations again. We'll see you in the playoffs. I want to give a shout out to Chopa and Asvel for a great race tonight too.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
also
GGs to them.
a great season as well. It was really awesome that they participated, and hopefully they'll be back for next season. So that's going to do it for us tonight. I think there's maybe 2 more races, if I'm not mistaken, and then we will get the playoffs underway. So guys, we'll see you in a week or 2 for some really great matches, and see you next mission.